What's good, y'all? It's Jay Coffee Talk. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. What's good, everyone? Got a blog for you coming out of the hip hop world, so check it out, man. Queens Flips platform. I really, rock with that platform, man. Really good interviews coming out of there. The Flip the Script podcast, Quiet Room, whatever you want to call it, man. Dope content, but he just had Tone Trump on there, which to me, Tone Trump is kind of like a blast from the past. And when I say that, I don't mean any disrespect, like he's not relevant anymore, anything like that. But at one point in time, Tone Trump was active in the rap world as far as like the music and you know what I'm saying, like dropping new videos and music and verses, where nowadays, I don't know. I mean, I know he's getting bread. He's doing his thing in other avenues in fashion and stuff like that. But, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just a different vibe from Tone Trump nowadays. But they were asking him about a lot of the old stuff, the beefs and things like that of that nature. And, right off the rip, Tone Trump, said, hey, listen, I'm going to entertain this and answer these questions and everything like that. Like I'm with the entertainment, but I also want to speak on, his Muslim faith and what's going on in the Middle East and Palestine, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but the comment thread is always open to everyone, to tap in on, every aspect of the video and the topic. So if that's something y'all want to speak on, that's fine. We can chop it up about that, but I'm just going to keep it to the hip hop music. So anyways, man, Tone Trump should be a politician, man. The way this dude answers questions, like he's sharp with it. You know what I mean? He could turn something totally negative into, he could just roll it right off him like he's bulletproof with the questions, I swear, man. Now, they asked him about all these old beefs. Mike Knox, who's like, a former G-Unit affiliate. And y'all, a lot of people probably remember him for running in circles away from gunplay. People always get mad when I say that, but I don't know, man. I felt like even though gunplay got it put on him, at that BET Awards, I felt like he held it down. But anyways, getting back to Tone Trump, right? They asked him about, how he always would say that his jewelry was real back in the day, that everyone came at him and was like, yo, Tone, you're rocking that fake jewelry. And, he basically, he didn't answer if the jewelry was fake or not. You know what I mean? They came at him like, yo, will you finally open up and keep it funky that you was rocking fake jewels? But he went on to not really say if the jewelry was fake or not, but he basically said that Joey Jihad, who you may remember from beefing with Tone Trump, or when Joey Jihad got sucker punched and put to sleep on that one video that was wild. He said this man was dissing me for my jewelry being fake, but then went into the jewelry spot where I got them jewels from and tried on a bunch of different jewelry that he was calling fake, including one of my chains, and took those pictures for his album cover, but didn't buy anything, you know what I mean? But still didn't admit if the jewelry was fake or not. Then he went on to speak, him and Mike Knox. He said that was like, they used to be in a group together, so that was like the reason. They had like a personal background. That's kind of why Mike Knox was coming at him. And of course, Louis V. Gutta, who was, a former Meek Mill Dream Chasers affiliate. They put out that video where they popped up on Tone Trump at the Philly Hip Hop Awards. And, one of them dudes stalled off on him. But honestly, man, Tone Trump did come out the winner in that one because he was outnumbered. When dudes stalled off on him, he just kind of sidestepped that and, wasn't really affected by it and fought back. You know what I mean? Like, it honestly was like a weak look for Louis V. Gutta. Then Louis V. Gutta went on to get dissed by Meek Mill, who he was rocking with at that time. As I said, he was Dream Chasers. Meek Mill ended up dropping him from the label and dissed his own artist, so that didn't turn out too well for Louis V. Gutta. And it was just kind of a wild time, you know what I mean? Like, all these people were coming at Tone Trump, you know what I mean? And Tone basically said, yo, all that beef was just because I was popping in Philly. I was the #1 artist at that time. You remember, he was signed with CTE, with Jeezy, and he went on to talk about his background with World Star. Now, in all these beefs, if you recall, this video is not available online anymore, but one of the dudes that was dissing Tone Trump turned out to have a foul background. And you know, on this channel, when it comes to weirdos, offenders, I'm sure y'all catch my drift where I'm going with that you know, they get no respect on my channel. They're weirdos. They're the lowest of the low. They're basically like demons, you know what I mean? Like them perverts, you know what I mean? And he happened to say that one of the dudes that was dissing them that's what, you know, he had a background of that. He had a conviction, and Tone Trump ended up putting it out on him, and, you know, went on to say that he was in talks to try to get a bag out of the dude, like, yo, we won't expose you if you pay up. But even if dude paid up, he said he was still gonna expose him, and he faced, you know, some like legal ramifications for that, because, you know, the Megan's Law stuff is what allows that info to be available to the public so you can keep your family safe, and you're not supposed to use it in a bullying or harassing type way. So, you know, they considered that to be that kind of way, because that dude was whining about it when Tone Trump exposed him. But they said that was the biggest, like, career, like, ender ever. Like, this dude, I don't even remember the dude's name, and he's gone from the internet. Like, it was that quick. But when he put that video out, it went viral on World Star, and like I said, he had like a background, a history with World Star. Like, they rocked with him, you know. And the Louis V Gutta attempt where they stole off on Tone Trump, you know what I mean? Them dudes send the video into World Star. World Star, instead of putting it up on their platform, hit up Tone Trump and was like, yo, we just want to show you that one of your man that was with you ran away and left you high and dry, who ended up, that same individual turned out to be an informant. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of wild how Tone Trump, you know, his back was against the wall a lot back then, but he came out unscathed. You know what I mean? But it just feels like nowadays, as I was saying in the beginning of this video, that Tone Trump, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say he's the most successful rapper, like, as an artist, but he's getting his money. You know what I mean? He has this Muslim Don Fam, which is like a record label and a movement. And then he also has, you know, like fashion company going with Doc and Don jeans. He was wearing a pair on the Flip the Script joint. He says some joints are 15 to 35K a piece. 1,500 to 3,500 a piece, not 35K. 1,500 to 3,500 a piece. Like, that's some real bread. But anyways, you know, they had to go on to ask him about Math Hoffa, right? Now, Math Hoffa, you know, once upon a time, battle rapper, still is a battle rapper, but, you know what I mean? He was like kind of known as, you know, like something of the nature of like how 40 Glock was at one time. You know what I mean? Like a straight up goon, don't mess with him. You know what I mean? He'll run down on anyone. But, you know, that kind of came to an end with Math Hoffa, with the whole disaster thing, kind of, you know, made Math look maybe not so good. But back when Math Hoffa was still an official goon of the industry, there was an incident, and you might remember Star, of course, you know, Star, the hater, whatever you want to call him. He's always on everyone's ass. He, you know, had Tone Trump on an interview and was like, yo, basically, I heard Math Hoffa slapped fire out you. Now, Tone Trump went on to deny it, say it wasn't true. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, check it out. As I said, this man answers questions like a politician. Now, he said back then when the Math situation happened, he just wouldn't speak on it, but Math was speaking on it to everyone, right? Well, check this out, right? That isn't really how it went down. Tone Trump was denying it, and Math Hoffa was saying, yeah, I slapped fire out of him. But, you know, Tone was saying now that the reason he wasn't speaking on it was because there was a lot of real street stuff behind it. But it is what it is. But this leads into something else. Tone Trump disses Eminem, right? Because when Queens Flip and them were asking Tone, yo, what's the deal with Math Hoffa? Because, basically Flip was kind of saying like, yo, when I just spoke with Math Hoffa, he kind of said, don't even bring up the issues with Tone Trump. But, he did anyways. But it was clear that Math is over that. He don't have no issues with him anymore. His podcast is going well. He's doing his thing. And Queens Flip happened to say that and said, yeah, his podcast is going big right now. And, Tone Trump goes on to say, yeah, when I think of a podcast, I think of yours. I think of some other podcasts, but I don't think of Math Hoffa's. And then Flip said, well, yo, Eminem just shouted him out. Tone went on to say, oh, Eminem, you're saying that like that's a big deal. I like Eminem as much as Lord Jamar likes Eminem. So shout out to Lord Jamar. And, basically just was saying he doesn't have any respect for Eminem. So that was kind of wild, man. Like, it is what it is, I just kind of wanted to go over this with everyone. Like I said, Tone Trump just felt like a blast from the past. And you know what I mean? I just wanted to tap in and kick it with you guys on this. You know what I mean? It was only the first part of the interview. So make sure you guys go check that interview out. Much more content coming tonight. This is my first video of the day. You know what I mean? I've been busy running around with the family, handling business and everything like that. But Tone Trump, this is Eminem, kind of diss Math Hoffa. And like I said, answered all these questions like he was a straight political candidate, man. Like, I don't know, man. But tap in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Let me know if you guys seen that interview. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you're new over here. If not, and you're already rocking with the channel, thanks for the support as always. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.